Anytime an artist pops up in the mainstream out of nowhere, people just immediately start calling them an industry plant. And yeah, maybe I was a part of this problem like 5 years ago, but shut up, we're not talking about me. Today we are talking about Iann, who is a rapper being called a plant, which is funny because one scroll on his Spotify and you can see he has been dropping music consistently for years. However, since recently he was seen in the studio with Quavo, co-signed by Lil Yachty on Kai Cenat's live stream, dropped a lyrical Lemonade music video, and even getting followed by Drake on Instagram has people wondering why the seemingly normal white boy has the most motion out of anyone in the underground right now. Well, today I'm gonna tell you why. First and foremost, the music. Yes, I know it's crazy, but believe it or not, music is typically the reason why any artist blows up, but some of you need to be reminded of that. Iann's music can be simplified to having the modern-day SoundCloud sound while sporting classic 2000s trap beats. His flow, ad-libs, and vocal mix feels right in line with his peers who represent the modern SoundCloud scene.
You famous, boy. Really don't make much difference. I really don't pay much mind. End of the day, I'm the man still. I'm finna take what's mine. Hell no, I don't need y'all hand.
While his beats feel nostalgic to rap fans who are now in their 20s and 30s who were listening to Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka, and Chief Keef over a decade ago. However, Iann didn't always have this sound. In fact, he actually just started using these beats. Because if you listen to his music from 2 years ago, it's safe to assume people would have just called him a Yeet clone.
Little badass hoe with a booty got mad cause I wasn't in shit. Wanna move out of my life. Bro, shoot a K.
Yo, he sounds just like Yeet.
Got mad cause I wasn't in shit. Wanna move out of my life. Bro, shoot a K and broad.
Yeah, that's literally all. That's the whole Yeet flow.
Started off as a producer, making beats for various upcoming artists. Then around 2022, he began experimenting with becoming a performer himself. And if you listen, he was clearly just trying to find his sound, taking inspiration from the guys who have been popping for the past couple of years. During this experimental growth stage, he gained a few thousand followers on SoundCloud. But it wasn't until 4 months ago when he dropped the song Wimbledon that everything seemed to click.
In that alley, we've been traffic, dodging feds, $100,000 tennis bracelet, Roger Fed, fully automatic, my little bro like Roger.
Sure, the ad-libs are reminiscent of Yeet, but the beat style, bouncy flow, and vocal cadence allows him to be 3% different. The late and great Virgil Abloh was famous for his 3% rule. He believed that a creative only has to add a 3% tweak to a pre-existing concept in order to generate a cultural contribution deemed innovative. This is extremely common in the business world as well. Take Shark
Rest in peace, Virgil.
Tank, for example. You know the show where entrepreneurs are supposed to come on and pitch the most innovative business ideas to the world? Guess what the most successful product in Shark Tank history is? Scrub Daddy. A fucking sponge shaped like a smiley face. How do you make a sponge 3% different? Turn it into a smiley face. $670 million in revenue. These days, artists are using the 3% rule to blow up their music. He's white. I'm just kidding. But it definitely is an important part of his brand. You see, the white rapper curse has existed forever. And it's basically that they're perceived as corny, lame, having no swag, or...
Okay, but this nigga is corny, bro. I don't care. Eminem is corny.
Non-womanizing, you know, having all of the opposite characteristics of a traditional rapper, and people can't take them seriously because of that. Every white rapper has had to deal with this label. Eminem, Mac Miller, Post Malone, Jack Harlow, MGK, Macklemore, G-Eazy, Lil Dicky are just some of the biggest names. Now, for some artists like Mac Miller, it may have been a little unfair. Like, he was just a college kid making some backpack raps. Maybe some of his bars were cheesy at the time, but he was just representing the life he actually lived, and he eventually...
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Evolved into an amazing artist. G-Eazy, Jack Harlow, and MGK don't really make their whiteness a part of their brand. They just exist, and if you think that they're corny, that's fine, but they never really wanted you to think that, nor did they try to kind of lean into that. And a lot of people genuinely did not know that Yeet was white, probably because he rarely showed his face. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I kind of feel like Yeet tried to hide his face to avoid unfair judgment and be labeled a corny white rapper before he could get the chance for people to like his music. But artists like Lil Dicky and Macklemore kind of deserve the corny label that's been applied to them. They made their brand about the irony that they are a white guy in a predominantly black industry. Macklemore's "damn, that's a cold ass honky" line in Thrift Shop comes to mind, which kind of feeds the assumption that a white guy can't dress or have swag and is low-key desiring the approval of non-white people. Lil Dicky's whole brand was about how he was a white Jewish guy who is going to take over the rap game, but he's insecure, not confident with women, frugal, nerdy, no swag, along with time.
Yeah, like this shit is just ass. Like I don't really care. This shit was ass as fuck. He can rap, but like, bro, get the fuck out, bro. If you're playing with Dicky on the auction, we get exiled.
Tying in comedy into his raps so you can never really tell how serious he truly is. And with all that being said, Iann is low-key doing the corny white rapper trope harder than any other white rapper I've seen do in a while, but it's working.
Nah, I don't think that. He's not doing it like Lil Dicky, bro. You can't say he's doing it more than Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky took that shit to the max, bro. That shit was just straight cornball fest.
For him. I mean, firstly, his name. Iann, the most vanilla and unassuming white guy name of all time. Second, his social media content. All of his videos on Instagram and TikTok convey this awkward, nonchalant white dude. He's usually wearing a basic fit like a white t-shirt and sweatpants, leaning into the trope of a regular white guy who isn't trying or just can't dress. But then you have commenters ironically saying that he has so much aura. Like this video of him drinking espresso with his legs crossed and wearing Uggs perfectly describes his marketing strategy. He strategically conveys the life of the most regular white guy ever while dropping insanely fire trap music. His From the Block performance, which at this point is a rite of passage for any rapper coming up, did not feature him on the block, but rather at a nice family dinner where his mother, grandmother, father, and friends are sipping wine and enjoying a beautiful summer afternoon while he raps about shooting ops and rocking designer clothes. His debut album, Valedictorian, implies that he is an extremely successful high school or college graduate, while the cover shows him in a peaceful suburb rocking the most stereotypical...
Bro, this is a play on that one pick, bro. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
In a peaceful suburb rocking the most stereotypical frat boy outfit in existence, which is also referencing a popular meme, so he's kind of leaning into like, I'm a corny white guy. And I mean, if Lil Dicky did this, or Mac Miller, or Yeet, Netspend, Max the Demon, Joey, Dom Corleo, people would just call them so corny and they would be laughed off the internet. So why is it working for Iann? Well, I'm not going to shout industry plant, because that is not what's happening. However, he was signed to one of the...
Bro, it's because he makes totally different music than them. Lil Dicky is like the only one on that list that actually leaned into the corny white boy shit. He was making like meme rap kinda. Like he was making like, I don't know, like fucking that doggy shit. He was making that dog shit, bro. I gotta keep it up. He was making that dog shit meme rap, so people was clowning his ass. You're playing into a white boy persona in the rap industry. You're making that dog shit, and it's corny, bro. What the fuck? You're gonna get clowned, bro. Iann plays into the white boy shit, but his raps aren't corny. This nigga Lil Dicky would rap about beating his meat and shit, bro. Like, you're not playing that in the auction. You're not playing that on the auction. On my life. On my life, if you play that shit on the auction, you're getting fucking ejected from my car.
Boo. Akon's brother Boo has a subdivision of Columbia Records called Boo Vision. Boo is most famous for being Kanye West's manager for a number of years. Boo was also the first to discover T-Pain in 2005. He then signed Jeremiah and helped launch his biggest hit, Birthday Sex. He also had a hand in developing Lady Gaga and Rihanna. Boo has every connection in the music industry that one might need. So yeah, maybe Lyrical Lemonade genuinely wanted to work with Iann. Or maybe the label paid thousands of dollars for the video. Maybe Drake genuinely discovered Iann on social media through him going viral and then decided to follow him. Or maybe Boo texted Drake and said, hey, check this kid out I just signed. He's fired. Maybe Quavo actually wanted to link up with the Underground's next...
I think the Cole music video was actually genuine. I feel like the Drake thing could be that way. But the Quavo thing, that could be genuine. He's... I don't know. Is he usually tapped in? I don't know. I don't follow Quavo like that.
Next hottest new artist to show love. Or maybe Boo and the label made the connection and then paid for the feature. But this is just extremely normal industry behavior. Iann created buzz on his own through SoundCloud and TikTok. Then a legendary A&R found him, believed in him, and signed him. And now they're using their connections and six-figure budgets to pay for features, press, promotion, and visuals. And there's really nothing dark or mysterious there. It's just how it works. If you get signed by a label and they actually believe in you and you actually have your own work ethic and built some buzz and created your own fan base on your own, that's kind of just a recipe for success. Because then the only thing you have to do from there is just make good music, because that's really what it all comes down to in the end. Personally, I like Iann's music. It's probably because the beat selection is nostalgic for me, and during my middle school and high school years, I was listening to trap artists that were using these type of beats, and that's also when I developed my love for rap and trap, because when analyzing who's hot in the repetitive trap music world, it kind of just comes down to it factor. You either have it or you don't, and Iann has it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Ian's an industry plant, bro. He's put in that work, and he knows how to market. He knows how to market himself. He knows how to market his music very well. That's why he blew up in the time span that he started making music. He just knows how to market. He knows how to play into the industry. There's not too many white rappers right now that's making good music in the same kind of category that he's making. There's not too many. I can't name any other white rappers that are making good trap music